a sad day when Dave passed on. He was, very different and very before his time, I think.
I think he was a genius.
Well,
and I think he was. He's a really interesting performer because he just didn't stand for any crap. He was just great.
He used to sit there with his glass of scotch, and it was there. It was coming out of his mouth no matter what, wasn't it? And I used to love that. And I used to sit at home watching it with my parents. This must have been. It was late 70s. He was sort of really big, wasn't he? And late 70s, early 80s. I used to sit there watching him and think,
well, even in the 90s, I went to see him in the 90s when he was playing at the. I think it was at the Adelphi Theatre on the Aldwych, and he was packing it out. He was packing it out. He packed it out for 6 months.
Yeah,
that is. It was a huge theatre. Dave Allen by himself, 6 months. Absolute genius.
Well, there's some things I read on Wikipedia, and I'm going to ask you if they're correct. You held the Guinness World Record for the most political demonstrations in 24 hours. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
And
that's completely correct.
Yeah, how many was it?
It was 20 demonstrations I did in 24 hours, and it was in connection with a law that was introduced to stop protest. And basically they said, well, if you want to protest, if you're one person with one banner, you need to notify the police and you need to give us your name and address and where you're going to be and what it's about and how it's going to work, how long you're going to be there, all that kind of stuff. And so I thought, okay, well, if we can play with this. So I started organising demonstrations with just one person with one banner, or sometimes more,
and
just to see how far we could go. And on one occasion, I asked the police officer, I said, I want to do a demonstration here, but I'm going to move on the other side of the street. And he said, you'll need a separate permission to do that. So I said, okay, so that was it. So that started the idea. So I did 20 demonstrations within this area in central London where this law applied.
Mm-hmm. And is it still in the Guinness Book of Records, or has somebody beaten you since?
What was lovely was a group of school children beat the record. They were absolutely fantastic. They beat the record, and I went down and presented them with their Guinness Book of Record award, which was great.
Oh, that's really nice, actually. So the kids. Also, kids are into that sort of thing nowadays. And I think sometimes we forget that there's the kids of 12 to sort of 17, 8 before they get to vote still have an opinion.
I think you're absolutely right, and I think the Scottish referendum proved that. I think that was really interesting. The number of young people who are engaged politically in a debate that was actually about ideas. And the future, I think the Scottish debate on independence was conducted in a far better way than the debate on the EU referendum.
Oh, don't get me started on that one. So we won't. Otherwise, I like working here, and I like to keep the job. So we won't get started on that one. Was it true you once placed a bounty on George Bush's head of £4,320?
Sort of.
Okay, so Wikipedia's let me down again.
Well, no. What it was that I did do that, but it was a joke.
Okay.
I wasn't actually.
No.
It was an article in the New Statesman that said, basically, if it's right to put bounties on people's heads for terrorism, then let's look at George Bush's track record in Colombia and supporting Colombian paramilitaries. And so I put a bounty on his head. I said, I therefore offer a bounty on his head. No one's come forward to claim it, I hasten to add.
Okay, the other thing I read about you is you used to be able to recite the first verses of the 4 Gospels in the Bible.
I used to be able to recite all the books.
Can you still do it?
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Samuel. Samuel 2, Kings, Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalm, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. I'm lost now.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's still pretty good. That's more than I can remember. Anyhow, two things I'm going to ask you now. You obviously know Room 101. I don't know if you've actually ever been on. What would you put in Room 101?
Theresa May.
You would put her there. Well, she'd be quite lonely in that room. Is there anything else you'd put in?
Well, Boris Johnson.
Oh, pair of them in there, yeah. And should we lock the door behind them?
Well, that's the king of Room 101. You put them in and they're there. They're not coming out.
Okay.
If we're putting stuff in room 101 and then leaving the door open, that's a really bad idea.
I know, it's not a good idea, is it? Last question before I let you go, and we talk about where people can see you. You're having a dinner party tonight, Mark, and you can invite 4 people, living or dead. Who would you invite?
I would invite Charles Mingus and his top 3 jazz performers.
Okay, just those 4 people.
Yeah,
You're just okay.
and I'll just say, look, come on, you guys are all dead. You get one night.
Yeah,
Why don't we make some music?
that'd be fun, wouldn't it? And are you a big jazz fan then? Are you?
Of Charles Mingus, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's tell everybody where they can see the Red Shed tour or the Red Shed show. It's Thursday the 29th of September. It's at the Stables in Milton Keynes. A great venue. Have you been to the Stables before, Mark? I think you have, haven't you?
Many times.
Yeah, it's
many times, and it's a really great place.
It's a great place for comedy,
and I think Milton Keynes should be really proud of that place. It punches above its weight.
It does indeed. I mean, it's 360 seats, something like that, and it has some huge acts there, and they always deliver. It is one of the finest venues in the area. I love going there. I enjoy working there as well. I do some work there sometimes, and it's a really nice venue. Anyway, there's two other ways that people can talk to you. There's you go via your website. It's markthomasinfo.com, and you also tweet as well, don't you? It's a nice easy one. It's Mark Thomas Info. At Mark Thomas Info. And you tweet with all the lovely fans and those, well, not so lovely fans as well. And thank you very much for your time today, Mark. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Real pleasure.
And I hope I'm going to pop on. I hope to get along to the Stables. I'm overseas till the day before, so hopefully, if I don't feel too bad, I'll pop along and see you at the Stables.
I'll see you then.
All right. Cheers, Mark. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
You're standing in the supermarket. and nothing holding hands in your red dress, falling in alone, black cars waiting around. I will miss you when you're gone. I'll miss you when you're gone away forever, 'cause nothing really matters. I thought I knew better, so much better, and I need you. I need you. 'Cause nothing really matters. All the night we wrecked like a train, purring cars and pouring rain. Never felt right about it, never again. 'Cause nothing really matters. Nothing really matters anymore, not even today. No matter how hard I try, when you're standing in the air, and baby, nothing, nothing, nothing. I need you. I
That's a new single from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds called I Need You from the album Skeleton Time. I think that's a really nice, really unusual. If you'd like me to play any more Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds from their new album, just drop me a line. It's thesticks@secolosounds.org. At the top of the hour, I promised you I'd play the new 9 Below Zero single, and I'm going to do that in a few seconds. The song was recommended by Glenn Tilbrook for them to record. It's an old Aretha Franklin classic. It's out on the 14th of October. From their new album 13 Shades of Blue. This is called Don't Play That Song, You Lied.
Don't play that song for me, 'cause it brings back memories of days that I once knew, all those days that I spent with you.
Oh no, don't you let it play. It fills my heart with pain.
Please stop right away, 'cause I remember just what